There's quite a bit actually. I mean, one thing we definitely didn't want to do was just to do updated teams drivers and get another game out there as quick as possible. I mean, I think that would have damaged all the hard work we tried to do last year. We tried to put as much as we could into last year's game, and this year we needed to improve some of the areas that perhaps weren't quite where they should be, and also add some new features which is going to bring in a new audience. So the big focus for this year really is all about multiplayer. We've added two really big features there: split screen, so you can now play the game in the living room and compete against other guys, and also co-op championship. So the idea, we saw it loads in F1 last season, you know, the sort of rivalries that developed, Webber and Vettel and Button and Hamilton. So the idea that you look across the garage now and it's not just an AI competitor, it's someone that you know, that you're meeting up online with. And we found that through the testing, that's kind of got two ways of panning out. If you're naturally the better player, you share your setup information with the guy, you help him along, and you work together to win the Constructors' title. That works out very differently if you're both quite equal in terms of performance. So you're happy to quit a session when you're fastest, but not when you're not. So, or you burn extra sets of tyres, and then one of you, sort of the game recognises you as the natural number one, and the team moves over to support you, and you get the performance parts first. So you start to experience what it must be like to be Webber, not bad for a number two driver, and then all of a sudden you don't share your setup information with your colleague quite so much. Yeah, I mean, I think looking back at last year, we made a real ambitious and aggressive decision at the beginning that we wanted to put just so much into it. It was important to us that when people were reading reviews, it wasn't just a 7 out of 10 game or an 8. That we felt that we really had to bring Formula 1 back to the gaming genre with a bang. So we had loads of features in there, and we had a massive team working on it. It was our first go at a Formula 1 game as well, so there was a couple of bugs that were in there at the end. It was disappointed us, when we put so much hard work, 2 years of your life into it, and then people are like, oh man, this is ruining the game. So all of that's been factored in this year. We've kind of reined in the ideas a little bit. We've got a longer balancing and polish window. Obviously it's the code that we've written now, so the guys are much more knowledgeable about fixing areas. And we're going to talk plans for post-launch support and making sure we get things like that right this year as well.